Lisa Louise Cooke here, and I'm so excited to share with you the experience that Sonny Morton and I had at the FamilySearch Discovery Center. Using the latest in technology, you can meet your ancestors, discover new branches on your family tree, go back in time, spark new questions like, where do I come from? How do I look in my ancestors' shoes? What makes you so you? We have the story. So let's get started. This is part of the Family History Library where we're at, but when we walked in, it looks completely different than just a few years ago. What is motivating the change to Discovery Center?
So the library has always been it's always been the world's largest genealogical library, but we've never had a place for families to come and be a gathering place for families and multi-generations to come and discover their heritage together. So we built the discovery floor, so now families can come, parents can come with their kids, grandparents can come with their grandkids, and they can come and they can interact and talk about family history together and come and experience this together. So.
You've really hit the sweet spot of the right way to start it, which is to immerse them immediately and help them feel the excitement, and then you go and build your tree. It doesn't always happen. For some of us it happens the other way around, but this is wonderful. If you do have a tree, so if you come to the Family History Library and you already have your Gen Com up on FamilySearch, I imagine you'll get an even more rich experience.
You will, yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So I noticed people were saying, oh, I'm related to that person over there or to a president.
Yeah.
So your whole system is doing this?
Yeah. So with the Family Tree account, you can come in and you can see how you're related to other people, other strangers that have come in to the library today. My sister came in and the person they docked, and she discovered that the lady sitting next to her was her fourth cousin. And as they looked at the common ancestor, the woman that she just met as her cousin had all of the documents for that ancestor, and she said that she would scan them, upload them to the tree so my sister could have those. And so it's strangers coming together and discovering that they're cousins, they're related, and then sharing documents and photos and things like that. So it's really been a neat discovery experience for people coming into the library.
And that you've really accelerated what happens to, at some point, almost every genealogist I know has at some point sat down next to somebody and all of a sudden discovered that there's a connection. You're just speeding that whole process up.
Because we have the technology now that we can do things like that.
To do it. So this is day 2?
Yes.
We got him on day 2. And you're having to work out some of the glitches. I'm guessing that there's just a huge amount of technology that goes in behind the scenes.
Yes.
How long has this been in the works that you've been having to put this together? I mean,
so we did a prototype of this in 2000, I think it was last year, the beginning of last year. We opened up a smaller center over in the Joe Smith Memorial Building so they could test things and work out the bugs. And this time machine, for example, is a totally different experience from what it was because they were able to work out a lot of the bugs. So this has been years in the making. And there's still a few glitches here and there, but for the most part, it's running a lot more smooth than it has. And what we're seeing with the experiences here are just the beginning of the possibilities of what we can do to enhance family history and make it fun and exciting and engage and capture people's attention who have never been interested in family history before.
That's very cool. And when you walk in the door, there's always somebody immediately who can help you, and they give you one of these fun little devices. But what's really neat about this device is as many wonderful people as you have, this really allows you to just take off by yourself.
Yeah.
And really experience it yourself, right?
Yeah.
That's amazing. Thank you so much. We are going to be just having a blast. Sonny and I are here to explore the Discovery Center and learn more about it. We encourage you to do the same. Thank you so much for being here.
You're welcome. Yeah, thank you.
Dock to discover. That's what I'm going to do. Dock. So we're taking Sonny's tree, and she has lots of ancestors in it, and we're going to find out. We're going to go a couple generations back because I want to know what it was like to live at that time. Let's pick one of the ladies.
My great-grandmother, who was a sheriff in Missouri at the beginning of the 1900s. All right, so let's see what was going on during her childhood. The first modern Olympics. On the left, under his, there you go.
How neat to have that embedded in the experience. Oh, now here. Lettered books. Oh, add family stories. Hi, I'm Louise Cooke. I live in Texas, but I was born in California.
So, what would you like to record today?
Interviewed.
What is one of your happiest childhood memories? A day you'd like to live over again? Who were you with and what were you doing?
One of my happiest childhood memories, probably the one most deeply ingrained in my mind, is the day that I became passionate about family history. And I was staying with my grandparents, which I didn't get to do very often all by myself. And I remember coming across the old photo albums and calling out to my grandma, and it was just me and my grandma in the house. And she came out from the kitchen, and I was so thrilled that when I asked her about these old photo albums that I'll never forget it. I can see her tossing her rag from the kitchen over her shoulder and wiping her hands on her apron and grabbing a cold letter off of Grandpa's side table and saying, well, come on, sit down. And then her trying to say Michalowski and writing it out phonetically, the name of her mother, her last name. And that I got to discover years later was Nikolowski, and I know how to spell it. But it was just that she looked at me with such deep love and attention, and every day that I'm now a grandmother, I strive to be the grandmother that she was to me.
What are you doing now? And is it what you want to be doing? What would you consider your greatest trial thus far in life? What has been your greatest success? Describe each member of your immediate family with just one word, including yourself. If you had 3 wishes, what would you ask for?
No, I'll finish. That's enough. That's all you need to know.
You're all done.
Oh, good.
Thanks for visiting. A link to your recording will be sent to you.
Oh, how cool.
What an emotional experience it was to be asked those questions. The Discovery Center is truly a place of historical as well as personal discovery. The innovative and interactive exhibits bring the family history experience to a whole new level. Head to FamilySearch.org/discovery and get started planning your trip to the Family Search Library in Salt Lake City, Utah, and the fantastic new Discovery Center.